New episode, the Thinking Game podcast. What episode we on?
200,
12, 13,
no.
something? I don't know. Something.
Yeah, something like that. I think we're in double digits. I think we're doing our
double
thing.
digits. I can't remember off the top of my head, man. I'm getting old, man. So we still gonna pop it off because I know they say they still working on. I wrote about it the other day. They still working on tearing McClellan down. So we still gonna do a topic. Today's topic, before we get into what they're talking about on the news in Southwest, or Little Rock rather, is the culture when we was in the 11th grade, like 99, 2000. What was the culture like in McClellan and Southwest then?
I don't know. It just felt like, man, the utopia of life and blossoming commerce.
Life.
I mean, it was just amazing. I mean, it was just the air smelled different. I mean, the sun shined brighter. But it was you hear all the stuff back then about everything being more dangerous and all that, but
it wasn't.
I mean, I don't know, maybe, and that's another thing too. Maybe what we're exposed to and just being conditioned, that it just didn't seem as bad. I just felt freer. Like I said, with McClellan, it just felt like
I think it's
school was a
awareness.
choice. I guess.
Yeah, I think it's all about your awareness too. Like, we probably gonna talk about this somewhere in this podcast, but knowing you can slow down in your mind and you know what leads up to certain stuff. Like if a homicide happened or murder happened, what leads up to the homicide? And if you can avoid the lead up, you won't even get to that.
Unnecessary beef, talking to people that got a pistol, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
His girl kind of crazy, but she kind of cute, so let me go and still get her number. No, I'm just gotta avoid certain things in your life.
When you understand that, I mean, if you can just smell it coming, you're like, you know what? I smell something crazy. I'm gonna go the opposite way. So and I know nothing in the culture that was with the tail end, like say kind of like pretty much the tail end of like gangbang, and it wasn't like highly like it was at Dunbar. Kind of calmed down. It was more of the, rims on your car balling kind of age, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or the projection like you balling.
It was more like the money from the drug dealing and stuff like that versus gang. Because I mean, earlier it was like wearing the wrong color could be like boy. On site type shit in the wrong neighborhood.
I think some dudes are getting robbed for their shoes. Who was in junior high too, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, was it starter jackets? You know what I mean, stuff like that.
On starter jacket,
yeah. So
that's another thing. I know I was working too. I think I was working in Subway then because the Baskin Robbins had closed down on University.
It's the ice cream, man.
And I think that's when I had quit basketball 11th grade year too. So I was pretty much going to work right after school. That's what I would leave school, go home and change, and have my change of clothes in the car, and I'd go to work probably about 4:35, work 5 to 9.
Yeah, I was working at the boys and girls club doing the same thing,
Yeah.
So it kind of keeps you a little bit. Honestly, they do say, it does keep you out of trouble a little bit. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing a little hard work won't fix.
So moving into that culture, it's like, what effect did the culture have on the average person in Southwest Little Rock? Like I know for us, when you go through the roasting game every day with people, it makes you think fast. It makes you have that quick wit of people say you sarcastic. You have to have all three of those. Yeah. If you don't, people would just keep going. But if you figure those three out and you can come back fast, and you can think of stuff just like that, they'll say, you know what? I'm gonna leave dude alone, man, because he might give me this morning. Let me go for the low hanging fruit. Let's not go to the high difficulty level right now. Let's leave all man alone.
Yeah, dude might fire me up. You know what I mean? Had me thinking, reconsidering life choices and stuff like that. Maybe my mama is a crack whore, but just things like that. But also like with that, but that actually those skills that you get with being thinking fast and speaking fast and things like that. Words and stuff seem to not bother you like in a professional light. You know what I mean? You learn how to be nice, nasty, or professional. You'll be able to get back at people without cussing them out and things like that. Not saying that everybody was quick-witted or had jokes or quick comebacks. Some people can just fight. You know what I mean? You say one thing about this person's mama, about their shoes. Yeah, they got Payless shoes with holes in them. But if you say something to them, it's coming to blows. Like, ain't no talking back, ain't no more jokes. So
and the thing too, I think one of the things, this is definitely, I would talk to the youth about this, is you know, they talk about peer pressure all the time.
Yeah.
It just depends on who you hang around. Sometimes you don't have control on who you're around, but sometimes, most of the time, you can. This depends on your personality. Hanging around the wrong people and you're not, like, it's like a chicken hanging around a bunch of lions, and well, let's not use chicken. This would be a pun. Let's not say chicken. Let's say like a zebra hanging around a bunch of lions, and then the lion say, "You're not a predator," and the zebra like, "Yes, I am." Well, go prove you're a lion then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you have to stay with the zebras. If you're not a lion, you have to stay with the zebras. You know, lions don't hang out with zebras. A lion hang with zebras. Like, you don't eat grass. You're a predator. Yeah, do prove yourself. Eat the grass. You have peer pressure only is crazy when you're around people that's not like-minded like you.
Yeah, it's not even pressure. You're just around your peers if you're in the group that you maybe should be into.
Yeah.
And when you're sitting there and you're like, man, I feel like a lion, but I'm not. It's just not in your makeup. So everything you do, even if you say the right things, you seem unsure. And he was mentioning just trying to fit in, but when you look at stuff and you're like being a leader. So people always talk about, well, if you're a leader, you know, peer pressure really wouldn't bother you, but you can't lead if you don't know where you're going, who you are. Right. You know what I mean? And sometimes standing out, being yourself in the wrong group, because everybody wants you to be yourself, and they throw these puns and these cliches at you to be yourself, or being yourself in the wrong group have you sticking out like a sore thumb. You're trying to be on the corner, trying to sell drugs. That's not you, and you're trying to, you know.
Because if you're around the wrong people, sometimes like, if you're like a really academically smart person, you get penalized for being smart. Which is insane.
If you're in the wrong group, you need to find you can't get great.
All A's. This dude think he's smart.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And there's other people just like you from the hood that are making good grades too, and you need to kind of maybe niche up and hook up with them and find some other avenues and different things to do. It's tough when you talk about peer pressure, but think about what you actually want to do and what you like to do, and you don't like to. It's an image, right?
Right.
People end up in the wrong circle or the wrong peer circles because of image. This is who I think I want to be. Right. I want to look like those people. I want to be popular. That's exactly. I want to be popular, and so I would need to look like them, act like them to be that instead of being themselves. So now you're in a position where you can be pressured because you don't know who to be to look like them. Right. So now you're with them, and it's like, well, to be like us, you have to act like us.
That's a little weird because, like, I really just didn't care about perception in high school. By the time I got to high school, I'm my own man. I do what I want to do. Bottom line.
I think it was kind of like that in junior high. You know what I mean?
Junior high, 7th and 8th grade was a little tough because 7th and 8th grade, man, it was crazy, man.
Yeah, I mean,
like, if you go on the wrong part of the highway at Dunbar, like 7th grade, that's when gang banging and Little Rock, when it was banging was at its high. You go down the wrong hallway in Dunbar, bro, you're gonna get jumped, man. They're gonna get you, man.
Yeah.
And I got that done a couple times, man. But once I got to 9th grade, I kind of figured it out. My mom, I love my mom, but she used to do some Jedi mind tricks, telling me, well, 9th grade, that's when your credit started. And if you don't pass, I'm not telling them to push you forward. That's on you.
Boy, God, you can imagine being there with the underclassmen, everybody else left, like Jesus.
When you flunk and then everybody looking at you, man, it's gonna look kind of weird. Everybody else going to the 10th grade, you still in the 9th grade.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think you play it off like you get put back or pushed up like you miss, like say you go to 7th grade, you miss 8th grade, everybody else went to 9th grade. You can maybe make up some class, do summer school, but they're not teaching 9th grade classes in high school, so you can't go.
Yeah, like I said, the class, I was so much of a class clown then. I always thought I was a comedian, probably. I think I'm more. I like Keenan Ivory Wayans, like a Living Color. That was more me right there. You know what I'm saying? And I doing parodies and stuff and imitate people. Everybody used to imitate the teachers.
Yeah, boy, it used to kill Mr. Richardson.
Oh my God, man! You remember Mr. Henderson? Dude used to be funny too, man. He said, "Boy, if I think you talking, I'm gonna write you up." He used to drive the Suburban with that big old ham radio antenna.
Knew he was fly. That's how you know.
Oh man, ham radio. Boy. And another thing too, I was thinking about with the culture, man, is I think it's maybe a lot of gray area though, man. A lot of people don't want to talk about it, but we actually seeing the effects of it now is with teen pregnancy, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, they can be played so many different ways, and then like that's another thing with the culture. Like it becomes normalized for you to get pregnant or a guy to get a girl pregnant, once or twice, in a high school setting. You know what I mean? And I don't care how normalized some stuff is.
Though, how many dudes was actually getting that was in high school with them, or was it older guys outside of high school?
You know what? That's a great point. You know what I mean?
It may be like a 2% of the dudes that they probably
at least I knew. I just didn't know that
it was the older dudes picking them up.
Like how does all these high school? It was a lot of girls pregnant, and not a lot of high school boys that was getting them actually pregnant. I just thought about that. Yeah, that was that's insane.
Because I didn't talk to many girls in high school in McClellan while I was there. Because like I say, to them I was immature, and I was like I'm 16 years old. I mean,
that took.
What do you expect?
That was a big thing. Even like being 14, you have like girls are saying, and now I understand where they was getting it from because they comparing us to like adults. You know what I mean, or college student. You know what I mean. I'm 14. I'm like, am I supposed to be more mature than this? No, I'm supposed to be out here playing video. I'm supposed to be doing.
But the thinking like game, the thing they don't think about is. You're not as mature you think you are. This guy has been where you at plus some. He really gaming you up because you're not mature enough to think, why is this dude, if I'm 15, this dude 19, 20, why is he really talking to me?
25.
I mean, I'm in school half of the day. Why is he talking to me? They don't think about that. It's just how they feel at the time, I guess.
Like, I mean, they got something different. They're mature, so that's why they're attracting, and then, 25 years old. And then if you're a regular girl who are not into that, you can be peer pressured in because you want to be popular. You want to be riding in the nice car. You want to be that. Now you're being pressured into doing what this other person doing.
A couple of songs that came out that changed the game. Was it No Scrubs? Did they come out then?
It was around the time,
Woman with Destiny's Child.
Bills, you know what I mean?
Oh my God, that changed the game. No Scrubs. Right on the passenger side, trying to holler at me, man. You didn't have no car.
I mean, it's like you 16 years old and you don't have a car.
Yeah, I had one in 12th grade, 17 years. Well, I'm 16, 17. I may have been 16, 17. But I had the 77 Impala, man. Love that car, man.
But
then my cousin told me, he said, he told me on Facebook earlier, he said, shout out to my cousin Cordero. He said that, man, he told my mom, man, Mike used to wear shower caps, man. He had dudes wearing shower caps, man. High school, man. But I got them from what's the name, though? Was it Andre 3000, So Fresh and So Clean?
Yeah.
He had the afro, but he had the shower cap. His afro was so big that the shower cap was like filled with his afro, man. Crazy. And I started doing it. Dudes started wearing shower. I used to do a lot of crazy stuff like that, though. Like wearing shorts when it was cold.
Yeah.
Like blazing cold outside. I come to school with basketball shorts.
That boy's crazy. He ain't right upstairs. I guarantee you that. Yeah. Everybody started wearing the Payless shoes. No. Walmart shoes. They rocked the Silver Series for a minute with the Velcro strap.
And then airbrush them.
Boy.
The orthopedic shoes, man. But that culture, man. I mean, then like say, with this being like what 98% black, 2% white and Hispanic, man. I mean, you don't have a lot of exposure, but to 98% black. I know for me, I struggle with understanding how to operate around people that's not 98% black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Then you talk to older people about side, like, oh man, the man, it's the system and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I even had a hard time, dealing with black people. That many black people at one time. I wasn't 100% hood. I'm just a regular kind of more of a country boy.
That's true.
Like I said, I can fight. I can tell. I can crack some jokes, but still getting into where stuff lined up, like you mentioned in junior high, not knowing that I can't really go down this hall. I'm gonna have to throw some blows or whatever. And on those and fighting somebody who didn't really have anything personal against you, they just had to fight you. Like, you know what I mean? You thinking they really beef with y'all? No, we fought Tuesday, man.
I remember my principal told me one time, I think it made me think about that too. She said that if you keep being around them, you're going to keep being in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that was one of the last times it happened. Like, they kind of jumped me in the hallway. And she was like, well, if you keep hanging around them or keep being around them, it's going to, shout out to Miss Hudson. She said, you're going to keep getting in trouble, man, just like them, man. You're going to be no different than them. And it didn't hit me then. I just think about it here and there. Like, man, you know what? Why? I mean, but at Dunbar, you just didn't have no control. I mean, you get dropped off on the school bus and you like surrounded by this box that you don't have no control over, you know what I'm saying? And like you going to like Pulaski Academy or something, you know what I'm saying? Where, you know, you got all these guys wearing blazers and geeks and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You were McClellan, man. And when you think about it, man, at McClellan, man, it was, I mean, not McClellan, but Dunbar. Like one McClellan was more laid back because it was only 3 grades and we went there in 10th grade. But man, Dunbar, man, it was kind of like getting dropped off at a freaking prison some mornings, man. You didn't know what you was gonna see when you got off the bus, man. You may get off the bus one time, they doing like a flip line. They out there doing flips and stuff, man. You get off another day, man, it might be a big old freaking fight outside there. Everybody's circling up watching like it's
like we UFC fight by the tree, boy.
Like a UFC or something, man.
Yeah, and it
was stuff like that in McClellan, but it was so laid back. But 11th grade, when the 9th graders came in, then it started getting, it was like crowded and stuff. Then it started getting a little crazy because you go to in between classes, man. It's so many people in them little narrow hallways.
Yeah, they made one side is one way. You go up there, and actually it was hard to go against the traffic. The one hallway went basically left, the other one went right, just like a.
Think about I don't know who the janitors was in McClellan. We was there, but man, the bathrooms was terrible. I don't even think I use a bathroom at school that much. Maybe a couple times I had to pee, but otherwise, man, the bathroom was terrible.
You don't ever pooped at school, you know what I mean?
I didn't poop at school unless I went to the nurse's office or something.
Yeah, I was a nurse's aide
in the 12th grade. So
yeah, that's amazing that you can make it that many years, that many hours.
But we didn't really eat though. I mean, you didn't eat school lunch like that either though.
Man, I had a chicken
they had
sandwich.
the little rectangle pizza, you ate that, but
every day I had a chicken sandwich and a Fruitopia. That was
chicken sandwich wasn't that great either though.
I'm sorry.
It was cheaper than Tyson's you bought from Walmart.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, I wasn't balling like that. I mean, be happy to have something hot.
I used to eat the free lunch and buy lunch because I don't eat crazy like that. Depending on what they have, you know. But that rectangle pizza, man, with the sausage, man, that was the business right there, man.
It's like, what is this?
But the thing that killed me about McClellan though is they gave you fountain drink, but they was watered down though. A weak Coke where it don't have a fizz to it, but it's black. And when you drink it, like it don't have no fizz to it. But I mean, you got to drink it. You don't want no milk at that point.
It says Coke flavored juice.
It's like, what are y'all watering down the Coke machine or something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I never did that.
So we'll drown this out, man. Talking about this topic, but the culture. But I was thinking about too. Like the next topic is how is Southwest different now than it was then?
It's just different now. To me, it really does look like a ghost town. Like you mentioned earlier in the other podcast, there's just not many places to eat. There's more of a Mexican presence. I see a lot more of them.
They own a lot.
You know what I mean? But like I said, I think that has kind of improved improved the value of a lot of stuff. But it's just less people. I just don't see any.
When you get older, a lot of people. Back then you didn't have a choice. It's like where you was. But when you get older, you kind of can move around, do what you want to do at that point. If you got the means to do it.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people kind of moved out to probably Bryan or Bend or something like that. Or even if you live in Southwest, you don't have to be outside, like go around like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Maybe that's another thing too. Maybe it's technology. Maybe it's
social media.
Because I'm not up on all that other stuff. Always have me confused. But like we used to see people like it's like the country almost, like people sitting on their porches, you know what I mean?
Yeah, older people, young
people playing ball in the street, going up to the park and hooping, what they call it. But you really don't. I don't see like when I drive through there. I mean, I don't see nobody. I don't really usually see nobody hooping. I don't see nobody. Walking. I don't see anybody in their front yard.
Up missing and stuff all the time now. You can't afford to be outside like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like my dad used to let us play in the front yard. I don't see kids playing. I was like, do kids really exist anymore? Like, I mean, I see a couple of them in Walmart. You know what I mean? But I don't really see kids in my dad's.
Man, you know what's crazy? I'm trying to think, have they ever remodeled their Walmart in Southwest, bro?
They moved some stuff around
a little bit. Like they move aisles around and stuff, but as far as man, I don't know.
Well, that's a nice Walmart for it to be.
It seems like they're sending all of the old baskets to their Walmart. They don't put new baskets in that one, man. Like I went to the one on Highway 10, bro. They had all new baskets. Seemed like it seemed like the one in Walmart. They put like donut tires on the one in Southwest.
It's a used car lot.
Donut tires on the back. Like we be pushing the thing.
One side be going, one side hard, one side easy. Your
arm it's the most crowded though.
Your right arm be flexing.
It's the most crowded though. Like every time you go to Walmart, it's always crowded unless they close.
Man, you think it's really busy, or maybe the lines just?
Oh, you going there, it's busy, bro. And they be having, all the people there have like 5 lines open plus
self-checkout.
Scan yourself, the scan out line. Then we go to the scan out line. Oh, it take cards only, no cash.
You
know
what I'm saying? No cash.
And then when you got cash, we got the card. Nah, this will take cash. Man. You gotta go down there to the card. Man, what are you? Oh man.
Terrible.
A lot of places have left. Like I remember they had the Applebee's over there by the Walmart. It's gone now.
I mean, they had wonderful drinks. I mean, shout out to the bartenders they got.
I'm trying to think of where it's a lot of stuff. Like I said, the only really thing that really survived is the franchise.
They used to have Western Sizzlers.
That's back in the day. That was a junior high. All they had was
they used to have
Bonanza, Western Sizzler.
Mazzio.
Mazzio was good. I like Mazzio, man.
Yeah, of course.
They wanted to sell more. They wanted to sell the other cheese. They wanted to sell that feta cheese up out of there, man. Get shut down, man.
They importing it from where I don't know where they was getting it from.
Boy.
I think there was just old mozzarella. I don't know if that was feta.
And then it used to be TCBY by that Mazzio.
Yeah.
Ice cream place. And they closed. It's a tax place now.
Oh, I thought it was a pawn shop. Oh no,
next to
the pawn shop.
It's a pawn shop, yeah. There's one thing in the hood. You're gonna have them pawn shops in the hood.
Boy.
There used to be a cleaners by the pawn shop, is not there no more. And the common cleaners over there by Sharks.
Yeah.
Now Sharks, I don't know what it is. They survive, man.
They
multiply. They're like
you in line.
Jockey. Sharks on Southwest. Sharks on John Burrow. 2 of them on John Burrow.
Well, any restaurant that fail.
We had a barbershop conversation. One of the barbers told me that as you go to, he said that they had opened so many that the bank wouldn't give them loans for it in the name of Sharks. So they'll call it something else. They'll be like
so that's what Blue Dolphin is?
Yeah, Blue Dolphin.
Wow. Yeah. I just put that together. Blue Dolphin is a shark.
But it's kind of like that though, yeah.
Yeah, because it's a blue shark on everything else. Yeah. And it's a shark, it's blue. So they just like it's a dolphin, but it's blue.
Yeah.
You got a fin.
Or it'd be like what was the one on Roosevelt? It was called something shark, but it wasn't shark. It was something sharks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow!
Instead of saying a coming, it's like the Haley's coming. You know what I'm saying? So they found a loophole in the game.
I mean,
I don't eat sharks though.
I
had it before, but it's like coming to America. It's too salty though, man. When you get older, man, your palate change. You can't eat all that stuff in the hood like you used to, man. Yeah. When you get older, when you're young, though, you can go. There's one thing kids need to realize too. Enjoy when you're young, your metabolism when you're young.
Boy.
I mean, you can eat anything. And man, I used to eat so much, man, burn through it. I don't know what that food was. Exactly.
Let me
get
7 doubles in one sitting.
Oh my God,
like I'm competitive eating or something. You know what I mean?
And 2 apple pies. That's thing.
I'm
diabetic. I ain't a diabetic.
I'm gonna eat 2 large pizzas. And what about something for dessert? Now you give me like 3 slices.
That's the weirdest thing. Like when you think about like, we'll talk about that later. I ain't gonna do that now. We'll talk about it later. So now we're gonna get into the meat of it, and it's like they talking about in Little Rock on the news. I seen this a couple of days ago. They're probably a little late talking about it, but we're gonna hit it though, because this been going on for years though. They late to the party though, man. This is crazy. They're talking about in Little Rock, in places in Little Rock, it's called a food desert. You ever heard of that?
No, I never heard the term.
I just looked it up. It said it's the places to where there's no grocery stores in the proximity of that area is more convenience stores and gas stations that sell everything. And you know what I'm saying? And of course, they don't sell the healthy stuff. So, according to what they say, but
can't buy no vegetables. $2 for a tomato.
If you look at both sides of the fence, that's a two-sided fence situation, man.
What's like? You mean like it's a supply?
Number one, they late to the party. I mean, this has been going on for years. Like, if I take you to 12th Street and drop you off, probably where you know what JR's is, the liquor store on 12th Street. 12th Street and Woodrow, right?
Yeah. Okay.
The nearest grocery store from 12th Street and Woodrow is probably Food Giant on Roosevelt, bro. Dang. Or you got to go to Kroger's on Beechwood. Or I don't even know those. You got to go back down towards University. If it's one on University, I don't think it is. It's just convenience stores. There's no grocery store though.
Well, if you think about how many grocery. If you got to think of how long University is, right?
Yeah.
Go all the way down to Chico. How many grocery stores on that? On Chico's side, it's like $1 a general down there, and then
you know what's crazy?
The only one
after you go over Markham, Dollar Generals are no more. They disappear. Really, after you get past Papa Top from University, you don't see no more Dollar Generals no more.
Yeah, I mean because
they're all in the hood.
The only ones you get is it's a Kroger off of what's that, Colonel Glenn?
Yeah, but if you're on 12th Street though,
yeah. Oh yeah, once you get to 12th. Yeah, once you get to 12th.
You're on 12th and Woodrow though? If you just think about if you don't have a car.
You got to think on 12th Street, it stop at Candace. And then you go all the way down.
Well, if you live at 12th Street by the police department, anywhere in that area, it used to be a grocery store like they called City something, but they closed down.
Yeah, it was Harvest Foods.
It was over there on Elm Street. Off Elm Street.
Yeah, right there next to it. It was a Harvest Foods. Then it was a City Jump. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
They closed down now.
Yeah. And now it's like an auto parts store or some supply. No, I think it's like a.
No, it was just sitting there like a vacant.
No, it's something. They use it as an office building.
But man, you can live somewhere on 12th Street, bro, and the only grocery shop you go to is a gas station. And now you might get eggs, but a couple of them may be cracked.
Yeah.
You might have to get pickled pigs.
And you right this on the other end. Like I understand that Kroger, it's a Kroger and a Target right down there. But then, like you said, on that side, after you pass from that, like you said, the whole desert, after you run into where one used to be, and like.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the catch, though. The two sides to that fence is, if you try to open up a grocery store in that area, you ain't gonna get no business loan for that. They're gonna say, what's the demographic?
They're gonna check the market.
What's the average income in the area? You can't support a Whole Foods on 12th Street.
No, of course.
Man, people ain't gonna pay $10 for like some quail eggs or something.
that's a steal, man. That's a steal, boy. I tell you. Get some quail eggs.
People ain't buying kale on 12th Street. But people ain't buying kale, bro. Man, come on now.
Man, you cook that up right.
Then we didn't get the financing to build one.
Yeah, no.
But now they want to talk about, this man's crazy, man. It's been going on for years. That's the crazy part. And then see the convenience store, they only gonna sell what people buy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and they're gonna mark that up too.
Sell,
I mean, like,
right. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna sell, goat milk and high-end milk and the Hess gas station. For what? People ain't buying that. That stuff will go spoil, man, for somebody to buy it, man.
Do y'all have almond milk?
Yeah, man, it's still a convenience store that sell hog head cheese, bro. I'm thinking, who buys? I've never seen somebody going to the store and say, "Yeah, man, let me get a pack of that hog head cheese. Give me a pound of that hog head cheese." I ain't never. Matter of fact, make sure it's the section that got the herring and still. I want it fresh. Fresh.
Let's go on the table there, boy. I'll tell you what. Make some of that hog head cheesecake.
Man. Then, man, the one on Roosevelt is pretty rough. Have you been to the Food Giant on Roosevelt, bro?
Nah,
that's pretty rough, man. But man, I can't imagine. I mean, I'm trying to give people a picture. If you live on 12th and Woodrow, in that area, like in that vicinity, the nearest walk to the grocery store, either way, is if you didn't have a car, you are out of luck. Your proximity. I mean, you're talking about what, 10 miles to Roosevelt from 12th and Woodrow, from Central to Wood. That's even from Central to Roosevelt what it is to Woodrow.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
But it's gas stations everywhere. It's right there on the corner. You got the liquor store JR. You got the little gas station right there.
Like it's like 16th Street. Ain't that far from Roosevelt, right?
What's that?
Where the post office is.
Post office.
Ain't that wasn't that a city market and a Family Dollar right across? Family Dollar right across the street, right before Main or South on Main around the area. So let's say Roosevelt. I think is there Woodrow's across the street?
No, Woodrow's over there. Woodrow goes in like where the blind and deaf school is. It starts right there.
Yeah.
And I think it ends where the cemetery is, right there on Asher, before I go to Wright Avenue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're talking.
Yeah. But it's convenience stores everywhere. I mean, you got the...
Okay, so like if you're going toward like you leaving Dunbar, like you leaving out the...
Ain't no grocery stores around there.
And you make like I say, you make that left.
K-Hall is the only grocery store in the area, bro. And they sell, they still sell fried pork chops in the deli, which is awesome, by the way. But they still sell fried pork, like the deli. They do the old school, the chicken wings with the whole wing on it. Like you got the flat, the wing, and the drumstick all in one. They still sell those kind of wings, fried in straight grease, bro. They are more crowded on Saturdays, the crawfish board, than they are during the week, bro.
But I'm talking like let's say you leaving Philander, so you leaving Philander, you leaving the Dunbar Community Center, going toward Dunbar, and Dunbar on your right, then you make that left, driving away from like Wright Avenue Grills and Grills.
That takes you to the grocery store.
Yeah, and right down there.
That's Main Street. I'm sorry, it's Main Street.
Yeah, that's Main Street. Yes, I was gonna say,
Main Street.
So Main Street, that grocery store right there by the post office.
Yeah,
that's it. And it still ain't a fire. It used to be a Safeway.
Yeah,
man.
Tornado destroyed it. That's what destroyed the Safeway. A tornado.
Like, bro, and ain't nothing else. Like, bro,
that's crazy though. Like, if you don't have a car, man, you have to go to the gas station to get stuff, man. Even if you don't want to, make a Trust Street is not Mr. Rodgers' neighborhood, bro.
It is not.
You know what I'm saying? I know they got Sesame Street, but they got Trust Street.
Jesus.
Might have to build some puppets. What kind of puppets in the be?
And in effect, dude, if you go a wrong direction, it's another grocery store that's closer, you know what I mean? Like that Kroger right there off like...
You talking about Beechwood? In the Heights?
No. From like, okay, we got the store on Main Street. Then you go down Main to Roosevelt.
That's Roosevelt. Kroger. That's on Roosevelt.
Yeah, that's on Roosevelt. But the grocery stores are close to each other. But then, like, if you go down the other way, like toward Dunbar, ain't no more grocery stores.
Bro, if you go to the East End, there ain't no grocery stores in the East End. Kroger is the nearest grocery store.
That's terrible. Like, that's got to be.
I mean, you have to go downtown. Maybe there's something downtown, but I don't think it is.
That's got to be some kind of conspiracy.
Think about College Station,
That's insane,
man. Think about College Station.
A whole community.
You ever been to College Station?
No.
Huh?
No, sir.
The nearest grocery store in College Station is probably Kroger's on Roosevelt, bro.
That's not even a good Kroger's.
Huh?
That's not even a good.
I'm just saying the closest one. I'm just saying the closest one is Kroger's on Roosevelt, bro. Unless it's a neighborhood convenience store. That's it.
It's crazy, man. I just thought about that. I'm sorry. Like, people not from here looking like, what is they talking about? But I mean, it's just like saying, man, we're talking about 10 miles with no grocery store, 15 miles in the city.
So they say they put like a suspension on new Dollar Generals and Family Dollars and stuff like that. They put a suspension like you can't open up a new one or something like that. Wow. There's so many of them, though. I mean, but they are popping up everywhere, the Dollar General. But
now, Rose, like even Rose City had one half of grocery stores, the city market, but then they got $3.
Boy,
they had $3 Generals and 2 Family Dollars.
But if you stay like going back towards where you at in Rose City, that's still a nice little walk, though, bro.
It's a soldier walk. Yeah, I mean,
man.
Like, person be walking to the store like from my mom's house, bro.
That's crazy, bro. Dude got cow muscles like Michael Johnson, man.
Boy,
like, walking that far, man, it's crazy.
And then you don't have big floor like Popeye holding back, trying to hold grocery bags.
My family from Sweet Home, bro. It's only that gas station that has even. I think it may have closed down. Somebody else haven't bought it. Oh, now they moved to another place, but convenience store. The nearest grocery store is Roosevelt, bro. But you got to go through Sweet Home and College Station to get there. Sweet Home, Highway 365, College Station, Granite Mountain. Keep going over Confederate, and then Kroger.
Yeah, you're right.
Man, that you can't even walk. I mean, that's like saying you about to do cross country or something, training or something, bro. To go to the grocery store, bro. Because anywhere else, there ain't no more grocery stores. It's all country after that. It's convenience stores after that. Going through Riceville, going through Worcester and all that. It's convenience stores. There ain't no grocery store.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy, bro. And then it's like you don't think that even if you did put up one, you think it'd be hard to get along, and probably wouldn't be that successful to buy that much fresh food in bulk, and
But see, they only buy. See, the mindset has to change too, because most people, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gonna buy like healthy stuff like if you have pre-made salads and stuff like that. They ain't gonna sell in no convenience store. You know what I'm saying? People getting gas. Sushi. Let me get that pre-made sushi. Nigga be 25 on 3. Man, please, man.
He'll be in ICU,
boy,
somewhere. But yeah, I mean, you couldn't imagine like walking.
Yeah, then getting sushi from a convenience store on 12th Street, man, you probably gonna die. You're not gonna live through that, man.
You gonna microwave that? No, man, you don't cook sushi. You might want to cook that, sir. I mean, could you imagine carrying groceries back home?
I've seen that before. Riding around with the kids. You see people riding.
Your forearms be like Popeyes. I mean, it'd be crazy.
But the stuff they sell, they have like different color. Now they don't even sell the ramen. They sell like the wrap noodle. I don't know, some weird kind of noodles now in a bowl now. You know what I'm saying?
So if you ain't got your own bowl, just get some water, get some puddle water, and just make it. Oh, geez. And I'm like, and it's been cold recently, man. And being in the emergency room, man, and seeing folks, homeless people just trying to be in there just to kind of.
Oh, this happened. I used to work at doctors. I used to work at they used to do that. They had Living Hope over there. Yeah. They would come on the weekend, like Friday night, especially when it's cold like now. And then
suicide, like I'm suicidal.
And then on Sunday, I want to go home because you can't make them stay. They start tripping. I want to go home. Let me go. I want to go home. And they tell you, we can't hold you. We gotta let you go. Yeah, they had them people that do that, like regular people that come in. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Doing something bad.
I was going to Tractor Supply to check on something off in the freeway, off to the side. Right when you go past the outlet mall, they have tents and stuff, bro, off the freeway. If you think about it, if you can deal with the traffic, though, that's actually pretty smart. Because, I mean, are they going to get you for loitering if you're on the freeway? Because it's cold. The state trooper ain't going to get out the car. I mean, I'm not getting out the car.
You get ambushed by a bunch of people who
was homeless. I know, right? Like stepping on the empire, man. Like kill one.
It's like wrong turn.
That's why I don't need to be a state trooper. I'll be had the heat on. I'm parking, man. I hope I don't fall asleep in the car, man.
Boy, man. I guess that's why we not cops. I'm just not gonna make me just do stuff.
I don't know how people can sleep on the bridge though. It's like it's some of the noise. Like when you in your car at a stoplight, you're up under man, you know how cold, man, you know how much you got to tune out, man, to do that, man. That's
some people feel more comfortable, you know what I mean? They know they're in the city.
But see, that's the thing I was telling my wife of. You probably have to sleep in the daytime because at night you could get mugged by other people. There's predators, man. There's that homeless like.
Oh man, how come Nick sent me a text message about it? So it was a rapist in Little Rock. Dude, 6'4", 320.
Wow.
Like, man, that's a big deal. Like, how you let this dude creep up on you anyway? But
man, that's crazy.
If you go to sleep outside and some big dude is laying on top of you.
You can't hide 320, man.
Talking about I just want to talk.
Yeah. Can we talk?
So he can talk to this 40.
Boy, for real. So I'm rolling with it. All right, we'll change the pace a little bit. I seen this on my thing. It said, in sports, right? It said Tom Brady is retiring from football. Some people say that he didn't know if he wanted to retire. He just thinking about it. Some people say he's gonna retire. But 22 years, bro, in the NFL, they did change the rules. You can't get hit like they used to get hit, but he still was getting hit in the playoffs. So that last game, he was getting
they didn't do the Tom. Maybe he didn't pay his protection bill because they didn't do that Tom Brady protection.
I think his offensive lineman got hurt his tackle, and they had to put in some guards to tackle, man. Yeah, you know how that go.
You can get a bum off the street to play guard.
You gotta have. You want an Ivy League playing tackle? They lost it. They lost him, man.
You put a bad guard between the good.
I don't think people realize though how hard it is to have a Super Bowl winning team, man.
Yeah, and that's one thing.
From year to year, it's hard.
And that's one thing about somebody to have been there that many times to perform on that level. There's some quarterbacks that never made it past the second round of the playoffs in their entire career, whether it's 15 or 16 years.
Did he make it past second round? Dan Marino?
I don't think so.
Man,
he was incredibly awesome as
he never had no talent though. I think he had Keith Jackson at one time, but
it's like, what do you do with that many draft picks though? Like, I
don't know. That's a good question. Like, that's what I was saying. One time we talked about that organization has a lot. I mean, people don't even. It's like a gray area. A lot of people don't talk about it. Some people talk about it, but you go to the wrong organization, man, you get lost, man. Remember that tight end from Oklahoma that was there with AP? Was it Grisham? I forgot that guy. He was good, though. He was black tight end. He went to the Bengals, bro. And, man, you didn't even hear about that. You heard when he first get there, but after that.
And that's another thing, talking about culture, like we was talking about earlier. But, I mean, when you got a player that's such like a cornerstone of your franchise like Dan Marino was, he played like 13, 16 years? Something like that.
Boy.
Your first thing is you can't draft nobody. Then you just trade all your future draft picks. Why you still have them performing at that level?
I don't know if it's the owner, if it's the GM, or if it's the coach, or if it's a combination of all three.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Publicly, everyone fails by themselves. You know what I mean? But realistically, it's a group effort to fail on that type of on that type of level. But that's the thing that really makes Tom Brady. I feel like, I hate to use great, but he's consistently in the playoffs.
Right.
Like, some people don't go the whole career, and really some don't even go. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. You
have to give Belichick his credit though, man. A lot of people don't, but he had some defenses around him to not only accentuate his play, but they scoring. I mean, offensive points allowed was like really low too. And a lot of people don't think about that. They just say Tom Brady, but that dude was a defensive guru, man. I mean,
and I think
he used to get some, man. He get some output, like some linebackers and D linemen, bro. Like,
he be having dudes 200 pounds.
But Vince Wilfork, I don't even know the DNs that played with him, bro. I just remember Vince Wilfork. They played together on the same. I thought he traded when Vince Wilfork came. But after Seymour, but after Seymour left, though, just Vince Wilfork, who was the DN? I don't know. I don't even remember. I remember Mayo. I remember Hightower. That generation. I remember
Brewski, Ravel.
I remember that. Yeah, that's before. That's before them, though.
Yeah,
but William McGinnis and Brewski on the same team, bro.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah,
And Top Law and Rodney Harrison.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. People forget that Tom was there that long. Those guys have retired They have been retired a long time, and Tom's still playing at the quarterback and playing on a high level. That's why it's really hard, man. I know, right? Exactly. Yeah. Let me get that juice, boy. When you're talking about, just to live, like I don't want
to change the rule.
You think Jeff Bezos should probably be on like HGH? You know what I mean? Just to
his money. He don't need to. His money is.
I mean, no, but I mean, don't you want to be physically healthy? If he can make you bigger, faster, stronger,
that kind of money. He probably go to a surgeon. They can make that. Just like they can sculpt it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Cher.
Exactly. She got to be using HGH, right?
Man, she using whatever her surgeon is.
You got to be pumping something in your body. What's she, 70, 80? Like,
she's the real Photoshop. She's Photoshop before Photoshop.
When you talk about somebody who should be looking like Betty White, but they look like Christina Aguilera. Like,
I don't think Christina Aguilera. She probably look nothing like that.
Yeah, that's I don't know the beauty standard. I'm sorry, but she is Tom Brady. She is the female version of Tom Brady because she's not aging. She looks better now than she did when she was 20.
If you walked into a restaurant and you saw her where she looked real, it's like that's not even real. What you have, that's not realistically, that's not possible. Like you don't even see the pores of her skin, bro. You know, you go to Photoshop, you can do a filter and all that stuff. Yeah. It's like they did it to her in real life. Man. Yeah. Man, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And how much does that cost? A lot of people do that. They don't get those results, bro.
They get like these lips. Like, let me get the number 5 lips. Let me get the generic 2 nose. Like everything she got is custom. Yeah. It's streamlined. The package goes really well together. This is somebody who looked better at 8, 60, 70, whatever, than she did at 20, 25. By a lot.
That's crazy, man.
And that's what Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady's arm is stronger now than it was making. No, I'm 100%. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. I mean, it was times where he couldn't make the ball.
Tom Brady being
no, I'm not. I'm just First of all, I'm anti Tom Brady. That's why I'm saying his arm strength was weak. Earlier on, he was a game manager that hid behind Belichick's defense. Now, if you don't believe that he was only a game manager,
I believe he was a game manager. His arm did not get stronger though.
I don't know. Maybe it was just so weak then and look stronger now in a different offense. And I can say that
I think that he had a lot more free range because he got taller receivers like Mike Evans and stuff like that. But he's not throwing deep balls. He's not like gunning like Drew Bledsoe though. Yeah. I mean, there's a clear-cut difference between Drew Bledsoe arm and Tom Brady arm. Clear-cut difference. Yeah. Man, they used to call him like a cannon. That's why he took him out. Because he was throwing rocket balls. Put Tom Brady in.
You talking Bledsoe, yeah.
Yeah, he took him out and they won a Super Bowl. I wonder how he felt in the Super Bowl though. Like they won a Super Bowl, but he was on the bench calling play because he used to be the starter, man. Mm-hmm. Like, does he feel like if I would have stayed in, we would have won the Super Bowl too? Or do you feel like, no, we wouldn't have won because...
But see, that's the thing. At that time, he needed more of a game manager, somebody who wasn't aggressive. Like, he played. Drew Bledsoe played like a star.
Does he have the humbleness to say...
he probably threw his ring
Tom
away.
Brady was just... you know what I'm saying? That's a tough pill to swallow, man. I mean, you're so good, but then when you're on the bench, you see the team going up, the trajectory going up. When you thought that they wouldn't do that with you not in the game, you see what I'm
saying? But when you look at somebody who's not producing, the team is winning better. Like, I threw more touchdowns, but this dude's winning. He's managing the game.
Right.
Some people lack those concepts. They can't really do that.
But he had so much arm talent though. He wasn't a game manager. He never had that mentality though to be a game manager though.
I'm gonna throw it up. I'm gonna get the home run ball. You know what I mean?
Like I always wondered, like quarterback to quarterback, what's different? Be like Trent Dilfer. What made him the way he was, and what made Tom Brady? Because Trent Dilfer was a game manager, but for some reason he just wasn't a playmaker. He was a game manager, but he wasn't that playmaker, though. Like, when he played for the Ravens, the offense was so good. Yeah, defense was so great.
Even when he played for Tampa Bay.
He could have put one of us at quarterback. In the Ravens.
I saw you playing catch with your son. Would you like to come out and play?
You just get a ball to Jamal Lewis.
But that's another thing.
And throw to Shannon Sharp a couple times a game.
Shouldn't differ. I was at a running game because he had work done and Mike Allstott when he was in Tampa Bay.
Work done what? He wasn't pounding that thing like Jamal Lewis.
Mike Allstott was pounding it. He wasn't running away on people either.
No. He didn't have to. He just run you over. Work done. He used to get nicked up a lot though, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he was a smaller back, you know what I mean? He had a hammy, you know what I mean?
It was cold in Florida State, though. You could not stop him in Florida State. It was cold.
A lot of people was cold in Florida State.
Did Peter Ward, did he go to Florida State?
Yeah.
I think the colors made him look fast, though.
Nobody said he was fast. I mean, nobody said, I guess his resume speaks for itself, you know what I mean? When you return that many punts and kickoffs, you know, people just think you fast because you took it for 100.
Yeah. Florida State was their team, man. They had some cool jersey colors though, man. They had the best jersey colors.
Crimson and gold.
Yeah, I like the all maroon. Was it maroon? The red. They had the all red. Yeah, or the all gold. Yeah. Especially on the college football game, they had some cold uniform colors. Yeah. Bro. And DP used to play with them all the time. Rest in peace, DP. Played with Florida State. He played with them every year, no matter they was good or not. One of them little crazy gimmick plays, man. Yeah. But yeah, man, I think it's time for him to retire 22 years, bro. But I think it's gonna be tough for him because he gotta be at home now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like now you gotta be a regular dude now. I think that's gonna be tough for him. That's a tough transition. I mean, he used to being on top, used to being on billboards and stuff. Used to being on top of the news shows. They gotta do something to you, man. You turn on TV and you see you on Undisputed Skip talking about you and stuff. They'll be
talking about dude the greatest way after retire, just kind of like they do other people.
Oh yeah.
And it's always gonna be the debate. Anytime something come up, and Mahomes for the rest of his life, especially if you beat him, they gonna always compare him to Tom until he gets as many rings.
Well, they gonna say, Tom beat him. He won 8 rings, but he did lose to Tom.
Yeah. Once, he got to definitely beat him while he's still here. But it's hard to retire when you're performing on that level. Most of the time, your body and stuff tells you to retire. Like you have a losing season, maybe a couple losing seasons, like 2, and you can just hang it up. But it's like, man, they almost basically won.
I feel bad for those guys who took pay discounts and stuff. Like Shaq Berry took a discount. He took a home team discount. And you should think about the young people taking them home team discounts. Don't get you, man. He took a home team discount because he said, we're going to run it back with the same team. The thing people don't realize is once people get game tape on you and they got you figured out, you're done. Oh, you can't guarantee injuries, so people get nicked up too. Because I think Chris Godwin got nicked up. I think he was out for like a long time. And then Fournette got nicked up. Then AB was AB, man. I'll tell you, man, AB is one of them dudes, like, if you rob a bank with him, man, he be the one like, we're not going to shoot nobody. We're not going to shoot nobody. man, dude looked at me funny. We said we want to shoot somebody, man. No, I just trying to arm out and murder one, man. Man, dude, man. Matter of fact, he Tupac off Juice.
This is Pine.
He Tupac off Juice when he got the gun. Bishop, he Tupac off Juice, man.
Well, dude
got the juice, man. He just went crazy, man. Cause he good. Antonio Brown is good, man. Like it's almost like a Madden game. Watching him run routes, he'll run like a 7 route or something, and the corner will be on him, but he'll break off and take off. And next thing you know, the corner's still right there, and dude didn't turn like a gazelle, man. You know what I'm saying?
And they be like,
it's just mentally, man. Dude just I think, man, he's just a live wire. He just one of them kind of dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? You only can get him to do stuff for so long, you just got to kind of factor that in. Like, dude gonna lose it, man. So
well, at least we got a season and a half out of him. That's more than I thought we was gonna get.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think any one of us got the picks right. I think I had picked Green Bay to come out of the NFC, and they got mollywopped by the 49ers, man.
What?
Who you picking, man, for AFC? Bengals or Chiefs?
I gotta go with the Chiefs. I love the way the Bengals play. I was going for the Raiders. I'm a Raiders fan, but I'm definitely going with the Chiefs.
Don't play for the Raiders.
Oh man, I want to say David Carr, but it's Derek Carr.
Yeah, but they got what's the name messed them up though, Gruden, man. They're sending them emails and stuff. This thing about older people, they don't get it. You cannot send stuff like that on electronic communication. I mean, you really can't say nothing, but like even say something, somebody has to prove.
Because anybody who got a phone got a tape recorder with them all the time and a camera.
But I mean, I don't think it was surprising people knew he was like that. I think he just got caught. But man, come on, it's Judge Group, man.
I'm talking about, man, it was just a joke. Like you want to hear a bad joke? Read it in the email and see how funny it is. He was so black. You should have saw his lips. Like,
he was talking to a black dude though when he said it though. That's what made it funny, man.
And dude said, "Man, it was cool, man."
Bruce Allen, was it Bruce Allen?
He said it was cool. He said it was cool.
Man, nobody said nothing to Bruce Allen. Bruce Allen said, "What he about 6'6", 300, something like that." We're gonna tell him he's wrong, man.
Yeah, but I don't think any quarterbacks in here can really outplay how
mock the Bengals, bro. The Chiefs are gonna mop the Bengals, bro.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes has really been playing really too good. I really wish more of their defense would show up, especially secondary.
Don't have nobody on defense, bro.
Or at least get some pressure on Burrow.
I don't know if Andy Reid just don't believe in getting defensive guys because he think his offense is so good. But think about when he played for the Eagles. When he coached the Eagles, he really didn't have. I mean, he had B Dog. That was Leroy, the rest of people, boy, bro. Leroy, that was his boy, man. He loved B Dog, but he had B Dog. But who did he have? You know, he had Jeremiah Trotter at one time.
Yeah.
And I know they had Javon Curry. That's kind of Javon Curry kind of older though, man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
he wasn't like when he was with the Titans, man. When he was with the Titans, he was amazing. But then they got that game tape, bro.
Once they
that game tape,
woo, boy, they started dropping the thing. Guard back. It was crazy. The block scheme for them, man.
Yeah, I think Mahomes has kind of found his stride again, man. And a lot of his receivers kind of got healthy, man. And man, they have to gas. I know he threw that fade route to the tight end, man. The way he threw it, man, it's like instead of just gunning it, he just kind of flicked it and floated it like at the same time, man.
He had a lot of ball control. You know what I mean?
Because he used to play baseball, so it's kind of like he acted like he's throwing a baseball.
Like that's why I saw him so good.
Who had the best release, man? Quarterback, you think had the best release? The top three.
Kurt Warner had the quick release.
Man, Kurt Warner, sorry, I didn't like Kurt Warner, man.
I mean, I'm just you asked me about release. I like them. You know,
he got in the right place at the right time, though. Bro.
Who else?
Dan Marino did have a really nice release. Rich Gannon had a nice release. Rich Gannon, yeah, a nice release.
Yeah, he did.
Who else had a really nice release? I can think of.
Yeah, he did. Rich Gannon did have good because he had a really good pump fake. They ran routes that involved this pump fake.
Oh yeah.
Didn't work against the Bucks that year. He had his neck broke. The next
boy. That's because he lowered his neck on on Derrick Brooks, man. That's he talking about some dumbness in the heat of the moment, man. Like, what were you thinking? This is Derrick Brooks, man. This dude is gonna torque your neck and your back, man.
Who said I'm a man first? Oh
man. Like, I don't even know what Troy Aikman tried to do that with LeVar Arrington, man. Like LeVar Arrington is a killer, man.
Well,
I mean, you don't even have to think about dude is gonna knock you out, man. And you gonna load a shoulder on LeVar Arrington trying to go out of bounds, man.
You could have been straight. You was that close.
Man. I think who else had a good release?
They reset his own.
Carson Palmer had a good release out, especially when he ran like the play action and stuff. Pretty good release. Even though he wasn't that good, but don't know why I like Jake Plummer, man. That was my dude. When he played with Mike Shanahan, he just running that bootleg.
Jake the Snake. Dude got so many yards up there, bro.
He looked so good.
Like dude's
bro. When he played for the Cardinals, he was whack,
they was running, dude. Hello, dude. They was running the bootleg. Yeah, they was running the bootleg like he was Michael Vick.
Boy.
And he was getting yards.
Boy, with the bootleg, bro.
Dude out there naked, just out there scooping around, running around. Oh boy, that was man.
Aaron Rodgers had a good release too. Aaron Rodgers. And he real good at I think in his mind he's real creative with how
he throw
the ball.
Who had a terrible release? It looked it was quick, but it was bad. They was like worried about where the draft.
Terry Bradshaw had a good release, like he's throwing a freaking javelin when he throw the ball.
He had another release that was worried about drafting. Phillip Rivers had this weird side on, but it was
his son throw ball. I think his son throw like this too, like throwing darts though.
Like the arm is all outside of the inner thing. Like
they throwing like this.
Like
it worked though. He was in the league for a long time. I think who else had a crazy release? What's the name? Kind of had I guess he was so big though. He kind of had a stopper and Byron Leftwich. He had a really long release, man.
Yeah, and that's not.
I mean,
them slow release. Like you keep throwing the ball, take you 3 seconds.
David Garrard, he had a crazy release. What was that? I know a quarterback. I'm trying to think he had a bad release. Like, man, this dude's sorry. Was it King that played for right before Tony Judge left? Probably lost his job. Sean King, yeah.
Sean King was like, man, he was a Michael Vick before Michael Vick came out, man. He was running around. He was like Randall Cunningham. He said a poor man's right.
So you want to stick with that statement?
There's a poor man's Randall Cunningham.
Sean King was sorry. My boy Joe is sorry, man. He's sorry. Man. So he 49ers Rams, who you taking?
I like them.
So we both picked the Chiefs?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
Joe Burrow is good,
yeah. Burrow's playing exceptional, and the way that Chase and Burrow's connected and got off on the Chiefs last time, I really want to go with them. I mean, because he kind of put me in mind of Randy Moss without the speed.
If I was a Titan, bro, I would get another quarterback though, bro. Them receivers they got for the Titans, bro, with Julio and then dude is it AJ Brown? Man, they was balling against the Chiefs. I mean the Bengals, bro. That was a crazy game, man. That's like one of them games where it's like it go back and forth so much, man. It's probably exciting, but if you're a coach, you gotta be like, man, what in the world going on?
Nerve-wracking. Yeah, I'm being a
man.
They take a little bump just to get his mind right.
See, with the 49ers, I don't trust Garoppolo, man.
I do not at all. I just don't at all.
I don't know.
I mean, I guess his numbers right.
But see, Bill Belichick would have told him what to throw it to, though.
Yeah.
And what to, stay within the half, throw to the tight end.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to even criticize because he keeps doing good. I don't like
because they running the ball though. Yeah. He'll have like 116 passing yards, no touchdowns and nothing. He just 116 passing yards.
Yeah.
But Debo, they putting the receiver at running back. You know that's crazy because you can't get us on the way you're gonna get him the ball because Garoppolo can't. I can't see him throwing like out routes and stuff like that, and like in routes and stuff. But I can't see him doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Just gotta wait and see. But
if the Chiefs beat the Bengals, they going to Super Bowl. They going to Super Bowl, dog. So I do like Matt Stafford. I think I'm gonna pick the Rams. Though. I like Matt Stafford, man.
I wanted him to be so much better when he had the best receiver in the
world. They had nobody else though.
You know, I mean, they had Reggie Bush at one time.
Man, get out of here.
They had he had Roy Williams.
When Reggie Bush.
He had Roy Williams.
He got the Kardashian curse, bro.
Yeah, man. They had Roy Williams.
Roy Williams, man.
Calvin Johnson.
I think he do got money. He just he didn't care about the NFL like football no more, man. He was one of those essential kind of dudes, man. You know, those Longhorn dudes, man. Different, man. Yeah.
But
did Vince Young have a good release?
I want to say they had like a little weird, a little funky. That was questioning his mechanics as well.
I think he was just a big neighborhood kid that can do anything, man.
Big fast, see on the line and throw it.
Do anything.
Yeah, like I said, I just couldn't get behind Stafford. Like there was so many times that he didn't get Calvin Johnson the ball, and now he seems to be doing.
He used to throw Calvin Johnson the ball in triple coverage sometimes.
No, of course. You know what I mean? Because he was all. He
was all the line though. Sorry for the line, though, bro. You gotta admit that was sorry, man. You don't even have enough time to give him the ball someplace because you don't get sacked.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
So.
Heck yeah, man. So yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up, man. Had another good podcast, man. So we're gonna go ahead and sign out, man, and wrap it up. Thanks for sharing, and subscribing. We'll be recording another one here soon. Comment, let us know what you think. And thanks for watching. We're signing out.